Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel Travel Wonderful. My name is Giovanni, and in today's videos I'm gonna be showing you a city that I never visited before, actually a country that I never visited before, Romania. And to be more specific, I am in the capital city of Romania, Bucharest. So let's find out together more about this beautiful city. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you like this video, and remember to leave a comment below. Enjoy the video. Travel Wonderful. Nicknamed Little Paris, today Bucharest is the capital of a vibrant European nation, Romania. With a lot of history and great cultural heritage, this post-communist city holds a lot of stylish buildings where influence of French and Byzantine architecture make it a fascinating place to see. If you're wondering what to visit in Bucharest, then stay until the end of this video. Hey there guys, begin your adventure here in Bucharest by visiting the second largest institutional building in the whole world. It is located here in Bucharest. This palace, also called the People's House, is not only the largest building in Europe, but the second largest after the Pentagon in the United States. It has nearly 4 million square feet and 1,000 rooms, including the seat of the Romanian Parliament, the Senate, the Chamber of Deputies, 3 museums, and international conference centers. Also known as the People's House, it was Nicolae Ceausescu's attempt to redesign Bucharest by constructing a series of impressive buildings, meant to prove to the world how wealthy and powerful was the Socialist Republic of Romania. The constructions began in 1983, when Romania was under the communist reign, and by the time of the Romanian Revolution in 1989, the building wasn't yet finished. Today, the building has only 400 chambers and 2 large halls that can be used out of its total 1,100 rooms. After the revolution, no one had the desire to complete this gigantic building. In fact, many Romanians demanded the destruction of the building, which was seen as a symbol of Ceausescu's megalomania and the extravagant lives led by the former communist elites. As you can see, this is a huge building. I mean, we're just looking at pretty much 10% of the whole building, as it is what is allowed. Even when you come here, and if you come with any company, the gate, they will give you a government guide, which is the one that is going to give you the tour, and you are not allowed to leave the tour at any time. You must remain with the group. They show you just part of the whole building, but it is really interesting. Hey there guys, and when coming to Bucharest, you cannot miss the opportunity to visit the Carturesti bookstore, which is one of the most beautiful bookshops in the whole world, and it's located here in the old town in Bucharest, and it is just beautiful. It was restored in the 19th century, and it is a building with white stairs like a carousel. Definitely one of the most stunning bookshops I have ever seen. The design is very minimal, and the contrast with colorful books make it look very picturesque place. The translation in English of the name Carturesti will be Carousel of Life, and as we can see, the structure of this beautiful building gives you the idea that you are in a massive big carousel full of books and things to see inside. Carturesti Bookstores is one of the most visited bookshops, not only in the whole Romania but in the whole world, receiving more than 1 million visitors a year. You can find your favorite books either in Spanish or Romanian, and there are different languages available as well. Something that caught my attention as well is that it has a section of wine and typical Romanian food. So have a look. Honestly, something I would then have expected to find in a bookshop. It is nice, so if you're looking for some local wine, some local food, plus your favorite book, you can find it in here as well. Another amazing place you can visit when coming to Bucharest is the Little Paris Museum, which is basically a museum that celebrates the history of Bucharest, also known as Little Paris because of its French influence. So let's have a look.
It's a little museum about lifestyle in Bucharest between the wars, when Romanian import a lot of French civilization. In our museum we have a zone like a bourgeois apartment. Bourgeois is a middle class in the period, where meet the two styles, French styles and Oriental Ottoman styles. Here in Bucharest is a place meet the Paris with the Istanbul. And the other part, our collection, first room is about fashion, and in the second we say art de vivre.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. So obviously when coming to Bucharest, here in Romania, make sure you try the typical Romanian beer. So I just ordered, give me a typical Romanian beer. I'm just gonna try it. Oh, it is quite nice. I'm in this place called Exclusive, and it's in here in the center of the old town. What I like is that apart from having all these historic buildings, you have all these bars and restaurants. They are all, into one area. So that's a really good thing. Yes, let's try the food here. For food, I have ordered a typical mixed Romanian grill. So that comes according to the menu: 2 meat rolls, Romanian sausage, special Romanian sausage, pleskoi sausages, assorted grilled pork, French fries, pickles. So yeah, I hope it is as good as it sounds. So let's have a try. Delicious. Wow, so it was delicious, but I couldn't finish it all. It was just too much food, but really, really tasty. I really recommend it. The mixed grill Romanian plate, really good. Also, do not miss the opportunity to visit the cutest building in the city of Bucharest, Stavropoleos Church. Standing out of modern architecture, this little Orthodox church hides inside of the old town of Bucharest. A Greek monk built it in the 5th century. Combination of Romanian and Byzantine elements and a courtyard with candles will take you away from the city's hustle and bustle for a moment. The monastery is a calm and peaceful place where you can stop for a second to meditate, marking Bucharest's point of interest. You need to know that this is the most pretty building in the whole city. Another amazing thing I highly recommend you when visiting Bucharest and Romania is to take a 2.5 hour road trip to Brașov, which is the perfect gateway into Transylvania. After coming from Bucharest, the pace of flights noticeably slows and the air cools. There is a relaxed, romantic feel as you wander through Brașov's narrow cobblestone streets. The 13th century city transports you back in time with an assuming tangible authenticity. Brașov is not pretending to be a medieval city. It actually is. From here, we move to the heart of Transylvania in order to visit the most popular attraction in all Romania. Bran Castle is a slender stronghold with tall roof, erected in the 14th century. Located not far from the city of Brașov, It commands the green hills on the edge of the Little Carpathians, a sub-branch of the Great Chain arcing across Romania. The Bran castle was built in the 14th century, a stronghold to protect the villagers and landowners of the plains beyond the Busegi mountains, although it's most famous for being the location of the famous vampire Dracula. The actual writer of the novel Dracula, Bram Stoker, never mentioned Bran as Dracula's castle, but the castle fit perfectly into Stoker's description, as it stands on a rocky outcrop in the mountains. It is believed that Vlad the Impaler spent some time in Bran Castle, and some say that he was even imprisoned here. Prince Vlad, now known as Dracula, ruled this extraordinary beautiful place for a couple of decades in the 15th century. Even for those rather bloodthirsty times, he was a savage and unforgiving man, though he was certainly not a vampire. His nickname, Dracula, means son of the dragon, after his father, who was a knight of the dragon, a great royal distinction in the 15th century and before. His real name was Vlad, again after his father, and it was an unpleasant habit of his that earned his name in Romanian history, Vlad the Impaler. His favorite method of executing enemies was to have them impaled. A victim will be held spread eagle, while a long stake or limbless, sharpened tree was plunged through his body. Then the poor soul was left to die, a grisly process that sometimes took days. Vlad has numerous disagreements with the prosperous burghers of the nearby towns, who occasionally challenged his right to rule. Most famously, he wreaked vengeance on the towns of Sibiu and Brașov. This is the most visited tourist attraction in all Romania, receiving over 1 million visitors a year. In here, you will not only learn about the history of the castle, but also about Romanian mythology, such as the Strigoi and the Iele, which are dancing ghosts, as well as go through the secret passages inside the castle. Definitely a must visit. And which one is your favorite part of this video? Let us know in the comments below, activate notifications and subscribe to our channel. See you on the next video. Travel wonderful!